Hey bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me, and today we are making something I'm calling a rich plum face wash. So this is a rich, creamy, very thick, sort of emulsion lotion-based face wash starring some lovely plum ingredients. It smells fantastic, just ever so softly of marzipan, and is a gorgeous, gentle facial cleanser. So this face wash is basically a lotion with a bit of added surfactant for improved cleansing and rinse off. It's pretty darn simple, and if you've ever made a lotion before, you can definitely make this. Our plum ingredients are plum kernel oil, which scents the final product, and a little bit of kakadu plum powder, which was a gift from a reader. If you're looking for substitutions for either of those ingredients, or really any of the ingredients in this formulation, please make sure you are reading the partner blog post linked in the description box below this video. This formulation uses Glyceryl stearate and PEG 100 stearate as the emulsifier. I have done formulations similar to this one using more traditional emulsifying waxes like Polo Wax or emulsifying wax NF, and I do find that the Glyceryl stearate and PEG 100 stearate creates a much sort of more glidey, slippy feeling end product. But if you don't have it and you can't get it, if you don't have it but you can get it, you really should get it. But if you can't get it, I have provided instructions on how to tweak this formulation to use something like Polo Wax or emulsifying wax NF instead. All right, I think that is enough chat, so let's go make this lovely face wash. We'll begin by combining the ingredients for our heated water phase. So in this beaker, I already have 23.25 grams of distilled water. To that, I will add 10 grams vegetable glycerin and 4 grams Cocamidopropyl Betaine. For our heated oil phase, you'll need 0.75 grams Glyceryl stearate and PEG 100 stearate. And if you would like to use a different emulsifying wax, please read the blog post. 2.5 grams cetyl alcohol, 4.5 grams plum kernel oil, and 0.1 grams xanthan gum. Before we proceed, I'm going to weigh the water phase and note that weight, and this will allow us to replace any water that is lost to evaporation during heating. So to heat this through, I'm going to use a water bath. So this here is a saute pan. So I've got about an inch of water, 3 centimeters or so in the bottom of it, and I'm going to go put this on the stovetop over medium heat for about half an hour to melt everything through. Once everything has heated through and melted, you can remove your water bath from the heat. So the first thing I'm going to do is take our little beakers out of the water bath. And then up next, I'm going to weigh the water phase and use a bit of preheated distilled water to replace any water lost to evaporation. And then we will add the water phase to the oil phase. And to blend, I'm going to use this little battery powered mixer. This was from Lotion Crafter, but they don't sell them anymore. If you would like some more information about this, look it up in the Humblebee and Me encyclopedia. It's coming along beautifully already. Definitely still very warm and does need some more work, but I'm going to set this aside and we can wait out our cool down phase right now. So we'll need just 3 ingredients for our cool down phase. We have vitamin E, antioxidant, liquid Germall Plus, our preservative, and some kakadu plum powder. If you need substitutions or alternatives, please make sure you're reading the blog post linked in the description box below this video. So you'll need 1/4 gram of liquid Germall Plus, 0.15 grams vitamin E or tocopherol, and 1/2 gram of plum powder. All right, so this is very nice and thoroughly blended, but it's still a little bit warm, so I'm going to leave it to cool for a while before we incorporate our cool down phase. Once the emulsion has cooled down, so it's barely warm to the touch, we're going to incorporate our cool down phase. I'm just going to add a little bit to the cool down phase, stir to combine. And then once that's all mixed in, stir it back into the parent batch. And with that done, all that's left is to package it up. So for packaging, I'm going to use this small 50 milliliter screw top plastic jar from Humblebee. This was a gift. This does get too thick to pump out, and I think it's probably even too thick for a squeeze tube. So yeah, I recommend some sort of wide-mouthed jar. And so for a demonstration of how thick and rich this gets when it has sat for a few days and really fully set up, here is a version that I made a week ago. This little jar is also from Humblebee, and this was a 100-gram batch instead of the 50-gram batch we just made. But you can see that it has an almost balm-like consistency, right? Like it's quite thick and lovely. But to cleanse, what I like to do is massage it into dry or just ever so slightly damp skin, whatever kind of works for you. Massage it in. I find it breaks down, makeup and sunscreen just absolutely beautifully. And then I'll just wipe it off with a damp microfiber cloth. Now I don't use this to remove eye makeup. I'll use a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil to do that. But for the rest of my face, this cleanser is gorgeous. And there you go. So we just made a really lovely, rich plum face wash. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and please remember to read the full partner blog post, which is linked in the description box below this video. You'll find a ton of extra helpful information in that post, including information on substitutions, scaling, shelf life, links to places to purchase all of the ingredients, and just generally lots more really helpful information. So yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you next time.